I have always wanted to do something big for God. I have always been fascinated and inspired by people of big faith taking huge risks for God. And that is something that has always kept me on my toes ever since I could remember. And I've always prayed to God, give me a God dream, give me something big, something bigger than myself. And I think a lot of us have that same dream and hope in our lives of just wanting to be a part of something bigger than ourselves. I have had the privilege of working with Pastor Brandon and Delaney for the past 5 years, and doing ministry alongside of them has been the joy of my life. From services on the university campus to youth camps, leader retreats, endless planning meetings, the list goes on, but it has been some of the most meaningful moments of my life and something that I'll always cherish and hold on to. I always knew that they wanted to move away from Albuquerque, and as the timeline got closer, I started to really think and pray about what that would actually look like for me to go with them. I have never left my home. I've never moved or lived anywhere besides Albuquerque. This is all I've ever known. And so for me to take this step and move somewhere different would not only be a huge life-altering change for me, but it would also be a massive step of faith. At the beginning of 2020, I made a declaration word for myself, and that word was faith. And I believe it was something that God placed on my heart, not by accident, knowing that I had a lot of faith steps to take this year. In March, when the pandemic hit, I had a lot of free time on my hands, and I truly believe that's when God began to speak to me on what my life looked like in the next few years. What did I want to do with my life? And as I began to pray more and seek after what God was telling me, I talked to a lot of people about what it would look like for me to move with Brandon and Delaney, and I made pro and con lists. I continued to pray. I did everything that I can think of, and I think I put a lot of pressure on myself to have this incredible God moment where He came down and audibly told me to go with them. And I think that's what I was holding on to happen in order for me to actually take that step of faith. And I remember I woke up one morning and I just said out loud, "I'm going." Never in my life would I have imagined myself moving to DC. Even saying it out loud right now sounds crazy, but just the mission and the vision of Union City Church is just so compelling, you can't help but want to be a part of it. And the thing that really got me hooked, and something that stirred my soul to just be so excited about all of this, is Matthew 5:14, and it says that you are the light of the world, a city on the hill. And I love this in the context of Union City Church being planted in DC, and we truly believe that Union City Church will be a light on the hill in the heart of our nation. And I am just so grateful for Pastor Brandon and Delaney and everything that they've invested in me, and I would not be the person that I am today without them. I'm so excited to see what God is going to do, and this is truly a dream come true.